Hey everyone, welcome back to our Legacy Dynasty with Nevada Wolfpack. We are in week 4, coming in at 3-0. This week we got Arizona. They're coming in at 2-1. Before we jump into recruiting, I just want to do a quick recap of last week's game. Now this is just more from my memory. It's been a while since I recorded. But last week took on Kennesaw State. Ended up coming with a 31-21 victory. You can see they jumped out. I think it was a 14-3 lead or a 14-0 lead. I can't quite remember. And then we had a really good second half that let us take the lead. We kind of never looked back from there. So offensively though, again, we're just a run-heavy team. Our O-line is the strength of our team. We came away with 186 rushing yards on 34 attempts, 5.47 per rush. And Kennesaw State wasn't far behind. They came in, I thought they were going to be more pass heavy, but they weren't far behind us, averaging 5.13 for 164 on 32 attempts. And then they got us some passing yards. They got a couple of big plays, I think, near the end. Third down conversions, only at 18% for us. We really got to work on that. But we did go 3 of 4 on fourth down. Got one 2-point conversion. Red zone touchdown percentage at 60. And then we did win the turnover battle 5-0, which is huge. All 5 picks. And we did not throw an interception, which is a big victory for us. And by us, I mean me. And then last thing, time of possession. We had 25 minutes to their 14. So a quick recap from last week. Let's jump into recruiting. All right, Larry May is a 5-star interested in us. I think from day one, we might have been number 1. So we're going to continue to go after him. It looks like Southern Cal is making really good ground. They've got, a pipeline tier, and we don't have anything. So I'm guessing towards the end, it's going to get really close. Southern Cal is just making up too much ground. When you look at the dark bar there, it looks like they're gaining a little bit more than us. But nothing more that we can do here. We've got them at aspirational, doing the hard sell and the friends and family. I guess we could maybe get a visit. I just don't. Maybe a rivalry game. I think for the 5-star, I got to do everything I can, I think, to bring him in. And so we will. I like getting him. If we win, we get, 2 influence points or whatever that means. And we'll go championship contender, I think. Yeah. So we really are all in on Larry May. Levi Rawlings, 4-star running back. Again, making really good ground here. We've got conference spotlight and DMing the player. I don't think we're going to visit with him. I think that 55 points could be used somewhere else. And then Kevin Cohn, we added him, I think, last week. Nobody else has a scholarship on him. We got him 35. Hopefully helped us move up a little bit. But now we can get 50 on him. Running back is a high need of ours. So I'd really love to get these 2 guys in. Alex Remigio, making the most ground out of any team. We got a pipeline tier. Oops, hit RB. Still figuring out these controls, I guess. We got send the house. We can now switch that to hard sell. We'll do that. All right, so for hard sell, we've got TV time. And I don't know how many of you follow Max Plays CFB. I think that's the YouTube page. And if any of you are not following Max Plays CFB, make sure you give him a follow on YouTube. He has kind of done a lot of research and broken down, giving the hard sell. And I think with the new patch, I think you should get to 23 points. He has a great video on how to break this down, but basically A+ is 13 points, and a F would be 1 point. And obviously it just works its way down from A+ to F, but you want to hit 23 points. So we've got, on this pitch, we got A+ at 13. Championship contender will be 11, which gets us to 24. So we're over that threshold to make a hard sell. If it's below, I think he says 23 now, the hard sell, I think, is going to be negative and affect your recruiting negatively. So you want to make sure you hit that threshold. But again, that's Max Plays CFB on YouTube. A great follow. He's got a good Ball State Dynasty going as well. All right, next we got Craig Nieto. Again, making the most ground out of anybody. We got the hard pitch on him, and I think we'll keep him as is. I'm not crazy that he's a route runner. tendency. But as a 4-star, I think 4 and 5-star, it's kind of worth the risk of getting him. Here we got Henry Williamson, again not scouted. Receiver is kind of a need of ours. But I don't think putting 150 into 3 wideouts is what I want to do, especially when Williamson here doesn't have anybody else recruiting him. I mean, Michigan has the pipeline tier, but we're going to keep him at 25, and we should slowly creep up here. Tyree Sprinkle making really good ground. He's a vertical threat. That's what we want in our offense. Let's just check out his numbers here quick. 85 speed, which is great. Acceleration's at 87. Catching's good enough. Catching traffic is up there. He's got agility, short route, spec catch. So definitely somebody we're going to keep 50 on and battle San Diego State, it looks like. But we made a big jump here on him. Next, we got left end, Billy McFerrin. Again, we got the hard sell on him. Visit, again, I'm going to stay away from that, but he is a gem. We're making really good ground here against these other teams. So we'll keep him as is. Hopefully lock him down soon. Manu Wong. This guy, I'm always torn. But as a 4-star, you look at his measurables, speed of 86, acceleration 89. Definitely somebody we could use on the field. Tacking at 80 already. He's just going to be a normal development, but I think he'll be good enough to come in and contribute, if not freshman year, sophomore year, or redshirt freshman year. Then we were lucky enough to find a 4-star cornerback. Nobody else is after him. We haven't scouted him, but he's a 4-star. I'm going to keep 50 on him and hopefully continue to pull away. And we got David Polanco. Looks like a possession tight end. I don't know that tight end is a high need of ours. Let's check. Well, it says we need 3. We have, but I think we've got. Oh yeah, size more threat. Yeah, we do need a tight end. I have 3 or 4 different dynasties going, so I forget what position we actually need. And so Polanco, nobody going after him. He's possession, 6'3", 230. Instead of just doing social, let's see if we can make a jump here. We'll get 40 on him. I mean, we do have Sprinkle here, but we're going to need more than 1 tight end. And then Pinto, he's got 10 on. We continue to climb, but Washington is as well. We might as well throw 5 more on him. I don't know how hard Washington's going after him, but we can get our last points on him there. And then Kafka, right end, staying in first. Oregon's making ground. They're going to pull ahead of us. Shaw, we were on early, pulled off him. Utah is going to come up. Coronado looks like we'll drop out of. A lot of these guys we were on and then decided to switch a little bit to some guys we could maybe sign a little bit easier, had a better chance of. Legend Mama was that. We don't need an offensive lineman really. Spencer Moss looks solid. I mean, we jumped San Jose State just with a scholarship, so that's good. Esparza we would take, if it continues to work out that way. Timmy Sanders, hybrid free safety, a bust, but you never know. Barrier's power back. Only scholarship on him is us. Fontaine's a scrambler. Only scholarship is us. Ficken the same. Another power back. I don't think any of these power backs were super impressive. Mid 80s speed. If they were in the 90s, I'd maybe go after them a little bit harder. But Desmond Hatch, a deep threat. We're the only team with a scholarship. A lot of these guys, the 3 stars I just offered, I know will climb over the course of the season without having to do much else. So recruiting is looking good. Not going to add anybody else right now. We are only in week 4, and so we'll see how these top guys go. We're getting close. I think we're in top 3. McFerrin, is he the only one? Kafka. So just McFerrin. But if we can lock down McFerrin, that frees up 65 points. We can spread that amongst the 3 stars or find another 4-star guy. But recruiting is looking solid. That's all we're going to do this week. Let's check out top classes actually. So Miami's coming in with 2 4-stars. Anybody else? 5-star sign yet? Georgia got a 4-star. Notre Dame and Oregon. Okay. So it's still early in the process. I'm hoping to get a top, 50-ish class. We don't have anybody now, so we're not up there. But top 50, I think, would be ideal, or somewhere around that range. All right, let's move on. All right, so Arizona's in the Big 12. Their coach is a level 33. They're going to do a pro-style offense. It's a lot of under center, 4-2-5 scheme. All right, let's dive into their stats a little bit. Offensively, through 3 games, they're averaging 37 points a game. They got 11 touchdowns through the air, 4 on the ground, 35 first downs. It looks like averaging about 300 passing yards a game, almost 100 yards on the ground. So not too bad offensively. Defensively, again, through 3 games, giving up mid 200s passing, giving up more than 100 yards on the ground, leaving up 78 points. They've got 13 sacks and 4 picks. So they're leading. I wonder where they are with the nation, but they're leading the Big 12 in sacks. Conversion wise, third down there at 47%, second in the Big 12, fourth down 2 for 3, 2-point conversions, they don't have any. Red zone efficiency, 8 for 11 total, 6 touchdowns, 2 field goals, 54%, 8 of 11, that's not the right math, right? Because 8 for 11, 6 for 11 would be touchdown. So this must be the touchdown percentage. Yeah, 6 for 9, 10 for 14, yeah, 3 for 4, 75. Okay. Defensively, their teams have gotten in the red zone 11 times. They've been up 7 touchdowns, 2 field goals. So it looks like maybe the most in the Big 12. And penalties, again, I don't think this really matters, but they got 12 total for 80 yards. Turnovers, they got a +2 differential. They've given up two picks, and they've taken away 4 picks. That's a quick look at their stats. Quick by the numbers here before we jump into their players. We're at 84, 85, 84. They're at 83 overall, 82 offense, 85 defense. So again, another evenly matched game for us, which I tried to get most of those on the schedule. And again, based on how Kennesaw State played us, it's going to be a tough season here. And we did jump up to Heisman as well for that Kennesaw State game. So that'll be the difficulty going forward. So Arizona will probably prove to be quite a challenge for us. All right, personnel-wise, Arizona is led by their 2 running backs, Brandon Johnson, Cedric Riscano. Both have good speed. Johnson's going to be a little bit faster, can accelerate, a little more agile and change of direction. So both elusive backs. Johnson's got the physical shifty, the sidestep takeoff, and 360. Riscano only has 360. Let's check out Johnson a little more. He's impact development 3-star. No caps on his elusiveness. His hands, 2 caps. Powers though, quickness is up there though. So again, definitely an elusive back. We're going to play sound gap defense on both these guys. And he is shifty, so he's going to be able to find the little creases in the offensive line, which I think in 25, this game, they do a really good job of having their running backs have really good vision and change of direction. So we got to be ready to stop these 2 guys. They got a good left tackle here in Burke. Okanlawan at receiver here. He's a deep threat, 94 speed. So our guys are going to be tested here in the defensive backfield. This might be the first real deep threat we've faced. Garcia at QB. That's actually his go-by position now. Redshirt senior improviser, 86 overall. Let's look at his playing card. Mobile. He's got Deadeye and mobile Deadeye and pull down. Just need to reacquaint myself with what that is. Improved accuracy and run. We could have guessed that. Pull down, boost ball security, standing in pocket. Okay. And then nothing else yet. So he's a 2-star recruit. Got up to 84 overall. And looks like he'll be able to throw on the run and avoid some pressure. Backed up by Braden Dorman, a field general, redshirt senior as well. But they've got some good freshmen here behind them. Running backs we saw. I don't know if we'll see Countess, but both these guys look pretty dangerous. Fullback, I doubt they use our pro-style offense. So let's dive into fullback. They got a utility guy, 73 speed. He's got a screen enforcer. There's Okanlawan. Hyatt's at 88 speed. Another deep threat. You got one physical receiver here. Holman. I don't know if Lennon gets on, but another deep threat. So A lot of speed guys here, but Okanlawan looks like the fastest by far. And again, the fastest receiver I think we face, so we've got to be ready for that. We do play a lot of zone. Sometimes some of the defensive calls, the cover threes, for some reason the corners will press on that, and they can get beat deep pretty easily. I think we saw that against Kennesaw State, and maybe even the first 2 games it happened. So something we got to be aware of. It's going to get beat deep. Tight ends look solid. Tapley's or is it Tapley? Probably Tapley. Tapley's a vertical threat. Thomas is a blocking. So good balance there for them. Left tackle at 86. Left guard at 75. Attack that. A center at 77. Right guard 85. Right tackle 82. So some weakness here on the left side with the 75, then the center at 77. Hopefully we can win those battles more often than not. Defensively, left end goes 79, 81 speed. He's a power rusher. Right end 84 overall. He's a speed rusher. 80 speed, 89 excel. He's got the quick jump. So definitely got to be ready for him. Although it looks like he is injured. Let's check it out. I like that we can see. So he's out 7 weeks. So we won't be playing him. It looks like we'll be playing Alessio, Dominic Alessio. And he has takedown. Okay, that's good to see. D tackle at 79. It's good freshman here at 75. Speed rushers. Not many physicals that we have to worry about. Linebacker at knockout and bouncer. Good speed. Good acceleration. He's a pass coverage guy. Little linebacker at 86 speed, 99 excel. Run stopper. He's got the hammer, which I'm guessing is going to be like forced fumbles. Oh, hit stick. Yeah, that makes sense. Leviticus Sua. Oh, maybe a real guy. Probably a real guy. If anybody follows Justin Sua, he's a really great mental coach. Check out his stuff. He's a great follow on Instagram. Got some great content out there on YouTube as well. I think he's with I think he's with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, or the Tampa Bay Rays in Major League Baseball. But Justin Sua, go ahead and look him up. Last name is spelled just like Leviticus here, S-U''A. Really good mental coach. All right, left up or right outside linebacker. Not as fast. He's a power rusher. And they're in a 4-2-5. So I wonder if the left outside linebacker plays more, which I'm guessing. Corners, good speed here. Price, not so much. Parman Casper, so not the best speed here. So, but again, 88 is as fast as I think our fastest receiver is 88. So definitely not gonna be able to run past these guys easily. Acceleration plays into that. So, but again, we don't take a lot of deep shots unless it's for sure one high safety and pressed on the outside. But they look solid enough here speed-wise. I think it's pretty even with our wideouts. Free safety goes 85. That's solid. He's a run support guy, which means man coverage isn't really there. Zone at 75, not bad. Hunter's a little bit better coverage-wise. Strong safety, they'll have 2 on the field. Moore and Tong. Decent enough speed. Man coverage is okay. It looks like 74, 72. And zone. They're both zone coverage guys. Yeah. So not terrible across the board here roster-wise. Kicking, they got an accurate kicker, only 79 power. And then punter, 86 power. So kickers maybe not the best. They're both juniors. All right, let's dive into the depth chart. Just want to double check, make sure everybody I thought maybe was starting is starting. Make sure there's no surprises here. That all looks yep. But one thing I wanted to check was the right end. Who was injured will be backed up. Or no, was it? Was it? Yeah. Oh, they don't even have him on here. The guy who's injured. Oh. Oh, so they take him out when he's injured. Okay. Deep tackles. We're rolling with linebackers. There's Sua. Left outside linebacker is only 74 speed. Did I miss that? Oh, it's a right outside linebacker. I'm pretty sure the left outside linebacker is the one who plays in a 4-2-5. Yeah, he's a star. He's a star player. So Bay and Sua will be on the field for the most part for them. And then corners, this one double check. Yeah, that's all the same. Safety is good. Okay. All right, since we're on depth chart, one thing I do want to do quick is get Blades back in. I think I'm just going to keep rotating these guys. I mean, Anger looks like he'll be the clear future starter, but I think I do want to redshirt him, so he'll only get 4 games in, and we'll let Blades and Elkins play the remaining 8. So, well, maybe everybody gets 4 starts. We'll see. Running back, I did move Tyrone Howell. He was a wide receiver, played in the slot mostly, but I moved him to running back. He's at 83 overall. And I thought we just needed one more guy who could be plugged in off the bench rather than, trying to get Crabtree or, well, that's it. Rather than trying to get Crabtree in there. So Howell, that was kind of a surprising move. But I like that he fits there well. And that's it for depth chart. I know a lot of people say that the depth chart changes, but it looks like that's how I want it to be. Yeah, our tight ends, blocking, possession blocking. This is probably why we're running more. Whole line. LeGrone, Anahu, Ambrosio, and then Miles. Okay, so that's all the same. That's good. Martin, Kidd, Antoine, Barton, Isaacs. Okay, Breeda's the fastest. We need him back there. And then Kiki and Barton. Okay. All right. So game plan wise, I think it's going to come down to, again, can we establish the run? And with our offensive line, I feel confident that we can go out there and run the ball as we have in the past few games. Although Kennesaw State was the first game on Heisman, but I still think we can establish the run. I love the stretch play. It's my favorite play in this game right now. Out of any formation, I think it just works well. We have the backs that can hit that. They have the speed, and they're good enough to break off a big run. But we'll balance that with runs up the middle, out of shotgun, some RPO, jet sweep. And then again, if they give us a look that I like where they're pressed up on the outside with the one high safety, I'm not afraid to take a shot. And there are a few plays out of shotgun where we motion the running back out of the backfield to get him split out wide. If we get a linebacker to go with him, I think even with the too high safety, I have to read the safeties, but I think that play really puts them in a difficult position, and our running back can beat a linebacker on a go route pretty easily. So I'll probably call that a few times, see if we get the look we like to get a big play. I also think their offensive line is susceptible to giving up some sacks, and I think we can put pressure on the run game in the pass game with our D-line and our linebackers. They got our fastest linebackers out there, which I think is more important in this game than anything else. As long as I use her well with a linebacker, fill the correct gap, and break down and make the tackle rather than hit stick, I think our defense is set up to be able to stop them in both the run and the pass. But again, it all comes down to how we execute. So looking forward to this game again on Heisman. It's going to be a difficult challenge here with an evenly matched team. I'm interested to see how they defend the run, how they defend the stretch play. How creative do we have to get to continue to establish a run and gain yards and get big plays. I think there should be a rivalry game with Nevada against Arizona, but it is not. Nonetheless, these are some of the two biggest teams in the region. So a lot of eyes are going to be on this game. We are playing on the road, so it's going to be a tough environment. Audibling may be off the table. I try to limit my audibles when I'm on the road. Sometimes if you do audible 2 or 3 times, you can get it through. But we got to make sure we have time if we want to do that. Impact player, they're highlighting Austin Neighbors. I believe he had a big game last week against Kennesaw. The week before against Oregon, who was our other DN. So our D-line is playing really well. We've got a D tackle, taking up blocks in the middle, allowing our D-ends to make a lot of plays, and our linebackers as well. So far things have been going well. But again, this will be the first real test on Heisman difficulty, but I'm looking forward to it. So hopefully you tune in to the next one. But until then, keep gaming, keep growing, and keep celebrating those obscure victories. Game on.